Hey everyone, I was really excited for this one. Like, ever since I saw that they were making a Golden Axe arcade cabinet, I kept going back to the Arcade1up site just to, see if it was ready, which was kind of stupid of me because I had already set up email alerts, but, whatever. I'm really dumb about things sometimes. So this is the Golden Axe Revenge of Death Adder cabinet. It's really, really awesome. It's got 5 games on it, Golden Axe, the original, and then Golden Axe, the Revenge of Death Adder. It also has Shinobi, Altered Beast, and the really kind of weird one for me was Wrestle War. I didn't really know what to think about Wrestle War at first, but once I started playing it, it turned out to be really fun. It's just a very simple, arcade wrestling game. You have your kicks, your punches, you lock up, do some random pro wrestling moves. It's pretty fun, and, honestly, I like it a little bit better than Altered Beast and Shinobi. Not to say that those are bad games, I just kind of liked Wrestle War a little bit more than those. One thing I do want to note about this is I was more used to just the 2-player cabinets for Arcade1up. So having the 4-player layout, it took a few seconds for me to really kind of get used to it when I got into the games. Especially for Revenge of Death Adder, where your one player is over on one side, and it's a little bit harder to see the screen, at least for me it was. It didn't take too long to get used to this, it was just something I noticed when I was going through it. Honestly, I had a lot of fun with all of these games. I'm really looking forward to playing through each one of them and getting a little bit more into just what they're about. So I played the Revenge of Death Adder first, and it was really a lot of fun, especially for a beat 'em up. It never felt really weird. I like the fact that a lot of the monsters are a little bit better than they were in the original. And honestly, I felt the controls were pretty darn good. The magic animations were a lot better. Just overall, it's a much better looking game than the first one. Which obviously makes a lot of sense because it's a sequel, blah blah blah. It was just a lot of fun to get in there and just play an awesome beat 'em up like. Then I moved on to the first one, so I played the original Golden Axe. It looks pretty good. It looks better than the Genesis port. It's the same thing. I mean, I really like it, so I had a lot of fun with this one. There wasn't anything too crazy about it. I didn't really, think the controls were too bad. They were pretty spot on. It's just another really fun game that, I like to play every once in a while, and this is a great way to just get the arcade experience instead of playing on the console. Then I moved on to Shinobi. This one is fun. It's just going to take a little bit more of me playing it to kind of get used to it. Mostly because I really hate the fact that there are one-hit deaths in it. That's the only thing that annoys me. For somebody that, I'm honestly not as good at video games as I used to be. So the one-hit death thing just really seems to kick my ass whenever I run into a game like this. Then I went on to Altered Beast. The reason honestly, it's a great game. It really is. I don't like Altered Beast as much just because there are better beat 'em ups out there. It's fun, but it's Altered Beast. I've played it before. I've played it tons of times. It looks a lot better than the Genesis port, which makes a lot of sense. But it's still, for me, it's just Altered Beast. You know what you're getting. It's a fun game. There's really not much more to say about it than that, to tell you the truth. From here, we're going to move on to Wrestle War. And I just have to say, this game was way more fun than I thought it was going to be. I figured it was just going to be kind of like one of those average to above average WWF or WCW arcade games. This was so much better than that. It reminded me a lot of playing Saturday Night Slam Masters. This was just so much fun. You get to play up against a bunch of kind of parodies of WWF and WCW wrestlers from the 80s and 90s. It was just so much fun to play this. So that's going to wrap it up, guys. This is an awesome arcade cabinet. I loved all of the games. Some of them, like Altered Beast and Shinobi, were a little well, Shinobi was more frustrating. Altered Beast was kind of stuff, I've played it before, but it's still a fun game. Wrestle War was just a lot of fun. The two old Golden Axe games are great. I just really had a lot of fun with this. Please let me know what you think in the comments below, and have a great day, everyone.